All right, good morning, traders. Today is November 29th, 2023. We have GDP at 8:30 this morning, okay? So my SPY pivot this morning, 454.85 above it. I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. Fab 5, that's FNGU, SPY, QQQ, IWM, and DIA, all in daily uptrends. They're continuing with their daily uptrends. Gold and silver, well, that's a misspell, continues their daily uptrends. Energy, USO, UNG, that's crude oil, nat gas, they continue their daily downtrends. US dollar index breaks to new lows in the 102 area now. Again, GDP is going to be released at 8:30, and then we got the beige book at 2 p.m. That should tell us a little bit of information on sales. Okay, I heard a rumor FOMC Mr. Powell may be speaking on Friday. All right, I got that from, I think it was Judy. Thank you, Judy. I haven't seen it come up on the eco data, but we'll look for it. Okay, Apple, which is probably one of the most weighted stocks throughout the indices, all right, is dealing with a lower low made on the 2-hour chart. Just a heads up. Okay, so we could be nearing a top. We'll see what happens today. Apple's the big boy. So we'll take a look at that and keep an eye on that one. All right, let's go look at some charts. That's not the chart I wanted. Here it is. We drag it in here and blow this up, and there's a SPY. Let's take a look at the daily. So we're gapping up here, 456.80 in the pre-market. Okay, so let's just zoom in here on the 30-minute so we can get those upside targets. Okay, so we got a gap, an open gap right through, not there, right between those two lines right there. Okay, right between 457.25 and 457.79, we got an open gap. All right, so they could go up there and tag the beginning of the open gap. They might hang out for a little bit, then fill it. After filling it, they may want to go visit the high. So after 457.79, for upside targets comes, is that right? 458.98. I think that's wrong. I might have moved it. All right. No, it's not. 459.44 is the high of the year. And we might as well add 460 in there just for good measure, because it's the big fat whole round number that they might want to go for. And, you know, even if they go for the yearly high sometime today. So we'll see. So those are the upside numbers. 457.25, beginning of the open gap. 457.79, closes the gap or fills it. And then 459.44 is the yearly high. And then 460, the big fat round number. All right. So those are our upside targets for today. For yesterday's price action, another doji candle with a small tail on the bottom. Basically, we went up. It looked like a failed breakout. Now we're breaking out today. Go figure. All right, so here we are. This is yesterday's price action. We got a higher high and a lower low, so increased volatility. All right, so there's SPY. SPY still in a daily uptrend. Here's the high. We're making higher highs. That puts it in a daily uptrend. I don't see any higher low yet, unless you want to count this one candle low. That's kind of a tough low for me to accept, but there it is right there. So we got higher highs. That's all I'm counting right now. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. Guess what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it looks pretty close to SPY. Not too close. All right, so here's SPY. Looks like made contact with the T-line there yesterday and then took a bounce off the T-line. For the price action, we got it's a lower high. And for price action, we squeaked out a lower low. So you can see the body and the tails all combined made lower high and a lower low. but still in that bullish flag pattern, consolidating right here at the 388 level, 389, 390, just consolidating under 391, really. There's QQQ. Daily chart, okay, we got a higher high. Here's the last high, higher high. We're in a daily uptrend, okay? So daily chart was bullish yesterday. The intraday candle was bullish as well. So there's QQQ. So FNGU should look about the same. All right, so FNGU does the same thing. Lower high, lower low. But on the daily chart, okay, we've got a high, and we made a higher high. So it's in a daily uptrend. Kind of melting back here. Now you notice FNGU did not run off and go challenge or try to break out. So maybe it does that today. It looks like it's going to go challenge the prior high here on FNGU. So that's where we're at. So FNGU came down, hit the T line. That's the white one. That would be the 8 EMA. Hit the T line and then bounced up. So again, we got a lower high, but it was a bullish day at the end because we closed near the high of the day. And I like it when they close near the high of the day. Pretty much means they're going to gap up or move forward the next day. At least the beginning part of it. We'll see what happens. So there's FNGU. Still in an uptrend. All right, so let's take a look at IWM. It's Russell 2000 consolidating right here at the 178, 179 level right there. Dealing with the midpoint of the last high up here. So here's the pullback, dealing with the midpoint right now. All right, so we got higher lows. There's definitely a higher low because that's a lower low right there. Well, there's the lowest low. And you got a higher low, and we got a higher high. So IWM in an uptrend. And you can see price action for yesterday. Just going to call it equal high, equal low. So just a sideways move. So just more consolidation here before it looks like they're going to go try to break out sometime today. We'll see what happens. There's IWM. All right, so take a look at Diamond Dow. IWM in a daily uptrend. Again, I said higher high, higher low. Higher low, higher high. Got it backwards. All right, so let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Here's Diamond Dow. Yesterday's candle, higher low, higher high. Breaking out to new recent highs anyways. Trying to challenge the prior high up there. Let's just put the crosshairs in, see how far apart we are. So you can see 356.32, maybe a little higher, 356.58. All right, so not too far, considering we got up to 355.30. So we were about a buck away. They could have done it. Maybe they're going to plan on doing it today. So there's Diamond Dow testing those highs right there. Diamond Dow, again, just like SPY's got that one candle higher low. I'm not buying it, but nevertheless, we got higher highs, so daily charts in a daily uptrend. Again, the price action was bullish. Still have not pulled back to the T line yet since we've crossed the downtrend line. So that's going to come sometime. But you'll see right there, there's a nice move for Diamond Dow yesterday. Diamond Dow in a daily uptrend as well. So let's take a look at USO. All right, so here's USO kind of consolidating at the $70 level right there. Got lower highs and lower lows and a lower high and a lower low. So daily chart's in a downtrend. And then you got USO, the daily candle puts in a higher low and a higher high. Still trapped underneath trend indicator there. You can see it challenging the T line. Couldn't close over the T line. That's not good. So there's USO still in a downtrend. Things not ready to get twisted up to the upside yet. UNG looked horrible for the bulls, anyways. So here's UNG putting in a lower high and an extremely lower low. UNG in a daily downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows and another lower high and yet again another lower low. 550. I wonder if this is going to go into the negative numbers like crude oil did. We'll see. Here's UNG. All right, so here's UNG near the bottom. Well, not near the bottom, but making new lows. I'm not calling that the bottom. I'm just saying that that's incredibly low. So there's UNG. All right, silver and gold. Silver and gold are the opposite of energy. Look at silver. Higher low, higher high. All right, and silver's daily candle yesterday, higher low and a higher high. So challenging the upper side of this channel right up there. You can see it's getting close now. All right, so here's a prior high there, and you can see we're closed right equal to that. All right, so if we can break out of this channel. But notice we've gotten a little vertical here. All right, so maybe another candle, maybe another candle up into here if the dollar continues to fall. And hopefully they can pull back and rest on 23.25 and then J-hook to the upside. We'll see what happens. So there's silver going ballistic on a SpaceX rocket. Right there. So there's silver. Gold. Gold's doing the same thing it did earlier. All right. Higher low, higher high on the daily candle. And on the daily chart, we've got higher lows and higher highs. So gold ripping out yesterday. So gold's in an uptrend. Looks like it's going to be an inside day, a possible inside day for today for gold. All right, so keep getting all of this stuff. Don't like that. All right, so there's gold. Now let's take a look at SMH. Okay, SMH pulling back to minor support. That's this gold line right here. So here we are, SMH pulling back, lower high, lower low. Still bullish. Here's the last high. We made a higher high. So SMH is still bullish on the daily chart. Yesterday's price action was bearish in this pullback to minor support right there. So that's a nice little bull flag going on right there. SMH. IYT, transports, pulling back to the gold line and bouncing right there. So there's some bounce off of support right there for IYT. Nice going there. So we've got a high here. We've made a higher high. So IYT, daily uptrend on the daily chart. For yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low. So again, pull back to the T line here on IYT. All right, this is still looking bullish. Everything is still looking bullish. Nothing bearish yet. Maybe in the short term on a 5-minute chart, yeah, but everything's still looking bullish. All right, XLF. All right, here's XLF putting in, I don't know, what's this, the 12th or the 13th green day in a row? Just rocking and rolling here on XLF. And they got beat up pretty hard when the regional banks took this wallop right there. That was the regional bank wallop right there. And ever since then, they've been struggling with these higher lows here. Okay, so there's a downtrend line. You can see there they broke it. So it's a long way back to test that downtrend line. But minor support should be right here, 34.92. So XLF, here's the last high, making a higher high. So that puts it in a daily uptrend. Yesterday's candle, notice the body's coming back, but the tail, you got equal low and a higher high. The bodies are pulling back, so watch those bodies. This could be rolling back down to, test this minor support area, which I think is right about, I'll go right here, about 34.86, right there. So watch it for XLF to have a pullback or a spike into that area and then rip forward. And there's XLF. So now let's take a look at some of our economic data. All right, so here's the dollar index. pulling into the 102.50 area, now rallying back up. Biggest candle at the end, and now we're getting a green candle. We'll see what happens if they're going to make bigger candles tomorrow. So here's a daily candle, or maybe they'll just continue with it later today. We'll see what happens. But there's U.S. dollar index right there with a big candle starting out green today, all the way down to, well, 102.50. So in the 102 area. So dollar continuing to slide and fade. All right. Economic data. I'm just going to refresh this. See if I can get Mr. Powell. Oh, there it is. There it is. Judy was right. Okay, so today we've got MBA mortgage applications at 7 a.m. So those already came out. GDP, gross domestic product, that's how much we make off of our exports to other countries. Okay? So GDP is expected to be, 4 or 5%. So it's really looking good. I don't know how, but it's looking good. GDP comes out at 8:30. International trade goods, that's 8:30 as well. A whole lot of stuff. Corporate profits, 8:30. So I guess maybe they're going to tell us how those Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales are going. Retail inventories. We're going to see how much of this year's product is left over. Wholesale inventories. Again, we're going to look at how much product we got from this year's left over, what's coming up. Petroleum, 10:30. And then Beige Book at 2. All right, OPEC tomorrow. Jobless claims. And then we're going to get a natural gas report. And usually if there's a natural gas report, there's another report. No petroleum. The petroleum report it's going to be today at 10:30. Okay, so again, we thought GDP was the main event this week. We have a new possible main event. Mr. Powell's going to speak. Oh, my goodness. If he doesn't speak once, he wants to speak twice in case he messes up the first time. So he's going to speak. Not only is he going to speak at 11, all right, but he's going to shake the markets again at 2. All right? So we got a double speech. Friday should be a volatile day. Extremely volatile. And then Goolsby's going to speak at 10. And Lisa Cook, I guess, is going to speak somewhere else. Not the same spot as Mr. Powell. So Lisa Cook's going to speak somewhere else at 2 p.m. as well. And then we got PMI manufacturing at 9:45, ISM manufacturing at 10 a.m., construction spending at 10 a.m. All right, so we got a main event today and another main event on Friday. So we got kind of a double header happening. Earnings calendar. All right, so we got some big ones today. Tonight, Salesforce, 218 billion. Synopsys, 82 billion. Snowflake, that's the one I'm curious about, 56 billion. And Dollar Tree comes out this morning, 25 billion. Hormel Foods, 17 billion right there. So that's the main events for this week, really, is those. Thursday, I don't think we have too much. Well, Canada. Royal Bank of Canada, 120 billion. Another bank, 100 billion. Dell, 55 billion. Marvell, 50 billion. My mistake. We got a bigger day on Thursday. Johnson Controls, I thought they just reported. Kroger's coming out on Thursday as well. So Thursday's a big number for reporting as well. Let's see what's Friday. Yeah, Friday's not. Genesco, it looks like that's only 371 million. All right, so we got a big day today. All right. And a pretty good sized day tomorrow. And then we got a Fed speaker on Friday. All right. So that's what's going on this week. And then we get the dollar, which seems to be fading fast. and gold is on the rise. So that's the morning update. So I'm going to take questions in the room, and I'll see everybody in YouTube land out there about 4 o'clock, and we'll see how the day goes. Looks like it's going to be a kind of a volatile day, so we'll see what happens.